Leadership and power. We think we understand what they mean until we see someone turn them completely inside out. Today's story about a leader washing feet challenges everything we assume about authority.
You know what fascinates me most about this account? Here's Jesus, fully aware he's about to face betrayal and death, yet he's focused on teaching his followers through this profound act of service.
That's exactly right. And what makes it even more remarkable is that the text specifically tells us Jesus knew three crucial things. His time was almost up, one of his closest followers would betray him, and he possessed all authority from God.
And yet, with all that power and knowledge, he chooses to do something that even the lowest servants would typically handle. What does that tell us about true leadership?
Well, it completely dismantles our modern corporate hierarchy mindset, doesn't it? I mean, imagine a CEO getting down on their knees to clean the shoes of their entry-level employees. That's essentially what we're seeing here.
Hmm. And there's this fascinating detail about Peter's reaction, first refusing to let Jesus wash his feet, then dramatically swinging to the opposite extreme, asking for a complete wash.
That's such a human response, though, right? When confronted with something that challenges our worldview, we often oscillate between total rejection and overcompensation. Peter goes from never wash my feet to wash all of me in seconds.
Speaking of human nature, let's talk about Judas. The text mentions that none of the other disciples suspected him. They'd lived with him for years, yet couldn't see what was happening in his heart.
That's one of the most chilling aspects of this story. Jesus is washing the feet of someone he knows will betray him within hours. And not only washing his feet, but the text tells us he gives Judas the honored position at the meal, offering him the dipped bread.
You know what really stands out to me? The symbolism of light and darkness. The text specifically mentions it was night when Judas leaves. It's both literally true and deeply metaphorical.
And that connects to something else fascinating in the text. This idea of being clean. Jesus makes this distinction between being completely clean versus needing your feet washed. It's really a metaphor about spiritual cleansing.
Could you break that down a bit more? What exactly is Jesus trying to teach there?
Well, he's essentially describing two types of spiritual cleansing. The first is like a complete bath. That's the one-time cleansing that comes from accepting Jesus. The second is like washing your feet, the daily cleansing we need as we walk through life and pick up spiritual dirt along the way.
That's such a practical way to understand it. And it ties back to this larger theme of service and humility we see throughout the story.
Exactly. And here's what I find most challenging about all this. Jesus explicitly says that knowing these things isn't enough. We'll only be blessed if we actually do them. It's about action, not just understanding.
So what does that look like in our modern context? How do we wash feet today?
The text actually gives us several practical examples, showing genuine love through actions, deferring to others in humility, forgiving one another, helping others overcome struggles, considering others' needs before our own, and encouraging each other.
That's quite different from our culture's usual look out for number one mentality.
And what's remarkable is that this teaching wasn't just about being nice. It was given on the eve of Jesus' betrayal and death. He's demonstrating that true leadership and love persist even in the face of betrayal and opposition.
You know, we haven't talked about the timing of all this. It was during Passover, which adds another layer of significance to everything happening.
Right. The text mentions that Jesus knew this was his hour. The Passover connection is crucial because it ties into Jesus' larger mission. He would soon become the ultimate Passover sacrifice. He's serving others even as he prepares to make the ultimate sacrifice.
That really brings everything full circle, from humble service to supreme sacrifice. What a powerful model of leadership.
And perhaps that's the most challenging aspect for us today. Are we willing to serve others even when it costs us something? Are we ready to show love even to those who might hurt us? These aren't just ancient questions. They're just as relevant now as they were then.